What's up, Internet? We were at Preppercon 2017 here in Salt Lake City. We're kind of walking around. We want you guys that weren't able to be here to check out some cool stuff. So we got a few cool things I want to show you. We're going to start right over here at this booth. So come on with us. Let's go, Daniel. I got Daniel here with me, and this is probably one of the coolest items that we've seen out here, and see if they'll give us a demonstration.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, you guys want to see this thing?
Yeah, what you got?
All right, so this is what we call the hydro heat. Let me find whatever the coolest one is so I don't burn myself. This is what you would use if you wanted to cook a meal, but you didn't want to have to worry about either lighting a fire or exhaust from like a flame or from propane or something like that. So what you would do, that's going to be a little bit hot. This is a used heat pack, but I'll show you the heat packs in just a second. Oh, thanks, Dan. So you would take whatever you're going to cook in here. So let's say it's an MRE or it's a canned food or whatever it is you want to do. You'd mix that up, and then you would take one of these heat packs.
So a little bit of water?
Well, in this, you'd put whatever in here. But yeah, the heat pack is going to go in this bottom part here.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you can see it in there, but there is a max fill line. It's just right down at the bottom there.
Right.
Because let me show you what it takes. You take some water, and it doesn't take a whole lot. I just need enough for this to get wet.
It's a chemical reaction, huh?
Right, so this is what they call it calcium oxide. A fancy name that's the fancy name for it. The common name for it is quicklime.
Okay.
So now if this water were super hot, this reaction would happen a lot faster, but being room temperature, it's going to take about 30 seconds. So again, yeah, you can put that in. There it goes, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, steam right up. So then you're going to take your food, put it on there. Careful not to burn yourself. And then you're going to put the lid back on. Now, it's going to still take another 3 minutes, maybe 4, for that to get up to its prime temperature. And that's going to be about 190 degrees. And once it gets to that, it'll be like this one we have here. You'll know it's that temperature because the steam will start coming out the sides.
Right.
So yeah, you can cook something, you know, most meats you got to have at least 160 something. Okay. This gets to 190, so it'll take care of that. But what you want to pay attention to is that nice temperature, that kind of prime operating temperature. It'll last about 15 minutes.
Wow.
So yeah, you get that heat for about 15, and then it'll start to kind of trail off. So you can still warm something. If you were to take that out, put something else in, and you wanted to at least have it warm, you could do that. But you're going to have about a 30-minute, maybe 45 minutes of total heat.
What about just as an emergency heating device? Have you thought about that at all?
We have, but the problem is it gets really hot. Right. So, I mean, I guess if you were to put in something that's not going to really affect your, like it's not going to burn you, right. you would have to pay attention, because even this, I mean, you put your hand on that, that's pretty hot.
Man, that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we walked by yesterday and I saw hydro heat, and I was like, okay, I don't see any flames anywhere. Yeah. Where is this steam coming from? You know, it's a
so
very
if you're in
cool
a place
product.
where you can't start a fire, you kind of bugged in indoors.
Yeah. That's right. And
you're not in a place that's ventilated.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So you wouldn't have to worry about like lighting a fire and being seen by somebody. Right. You could certainly do this in private, have a hot meal, a comfort foods,
right,
without worrying about being seen by anybody else.
And it's fairly packable. Right?
It really
is,
yeah.
You know, you can pack that out with you, and I mean
it's smaller than some of the
it's smaller
rocket stoves, obviously.
Yeah, it's smaller than some of the camp stoves that's on the market. So very cool product, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you looking at it. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it, especially just its how nice it is to use in those, like I say, like we already talked about, situations. So yeah, without
Where
using
can they find this at?
So we're at Emergency Essentials. You can get online at beprepared.com. Or you can come into any one of our stores here in the Salt Lake Valley. Actually, we're in the Wasatch Front, really. We got a store in Bountiful, a store in Orem, And then here in Salt Lake, we've got one in Murray and then one in South Jordan. That's where I'm at. So you come to South Jordan, you can talk to me.
Look at that dude, just pumping out like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You done an awesome job.
I appreciate that. Thanks for coming by, guys.
Thanks, Clint.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
You bet. All right.
Well, isn't that nice? That's what I say.
It's cool stuff. Now I want 6 of them.
Let's see what else we got.
Let's go buy some.
Go buy something? Dude, I'm tapped out. I'm already on the list. My wife find this knife, probably. Now this is a truck. So this is Plan B Survival. We're over here. They got a really cool area. They've got a lot of really cool vehicles out here and some travel. Well, they're not trailers. They look like freaking trailers on the back of trucks. But we'll talk to a guy that the owner here in a little while. But this thing right here is what I'm talking about.
This is what I'm talking about. Drive me somewhere,
I mean,
driver.
check out the freaking leg room in this thing,
Yeah,
man.
this is what it's all about. I'll take 6.
Wow. Hey, it's okay, man. You can touch my truck. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, easy now. Don't scratch the paint job. What's wrong with you? This thing's got LED bars all around it. 6 giant tires. LED bar across the back. This is amazing. You gotta check this out. We're on camera. I want to show you something really cool. It's for all my Dukes of Hazzard fans out there. The General Lee 4-wheel drive. Check that out. AM General Lee. Awesome. Where's the keys to this? Frickin' General Lee. I mean, we're from Georgia. Right? So tell me about this, man, because this is bad right here.
The cool thing is that the company that makes the Humvee is AM General.
Right.
And so this is our AM General Lee. So it's a good play on words. This is our first build with, actually, it's not a Cummins, it's a Duramax diesel.
Oh, it's a Duramax.
Yeah.
My bad.
So
yeah.
it actually is it has been a little tuned. It's 500 horsepower, and it puts it all on the ground. It is so fast. It is very quick.
So it's 500 to the wheel.
It's so we can tune it up and down to adjust according to
Why? Like, tune it up and leave it there. There's no coming down.
So you have to modify everything in order for it to handle that power.
Yeah,
and so you would be surprised. This puts it almost into a, I want to say, sports truck category. It's fun. It's one of those that gets the heart rate going. I had my watch on and I was checking my heart rate, and it was like, I'm like, holy crap, this is like a full-on workout. I'm like, the excitement that comes from it. The cool thing is that you are able to get highway speeds really easily with the system that's on it. It comes with the Allison transmission, so it's a 6-speed transmission. So holding freeway speeds not a problem at all. And getting up to freeway speeds is not a problem.
Can it jump rivers and dirt mounds?
To be continued.
To be continued. Yeah.
We finished this in time for this.
What about the horn?
Does it have the General Lee horn?
Not hooked up, but yes, we have it. We have the horn. The horn is not on the machine, and I don't think anyone would like it. Other than that, they'd be. It sounds exactly right. It's just an air horn. It's freaking loud. It's real loud.
Yeah.
It's real loud. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite builds so far.
How much?
You know, this rig is actually still $65,000. And you can get into something like this, because this is all has the air conditioning and all the fancy amenities, the rack, all the fancy paint. This one's just a surplus Humvee with a sweet engine in it. So you can have a lot of fun. It's real comfortable though. We definitely upgrade the seats.
Right.
You know, we can do all sorts of stuff like sound deadening and
Yeah. Well, let's check out the inside real quick, man. I want to see the inside.
Hydraulics, the hydraulics.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You all right?
I'm trying to stay out of the way.
All right, here we go. Could you imagine driving this with that much horsepower? Holy crap. This is amazing. Yeah, it's just straight up mill surplus. Upgraded gauges, obviously. Still got the old switches in it. It's freaking awesome. This is really cool, man.
It is.
This is really
well,
cool.
the one thing about these is that a Humvee is actually it's actually an all-wheel drive vehicle. And you switch from all-wheel high and all-wheel low.
Right.
It's already got lockers on it. Well, when you put in the Allison transmission, it gives you a selectable. So
Right.
now you can go from two-wheel drive up to four-wheel drive. So this thing with 500 horsepower with two-wheel drive, you can do the Dukes of Hazzard moves, and that's what we went for.
Yeah.
That was what it was all about.
Oh
So,
man, this is really cool. I think I know if I ever win the lottery, I'll be giving you a call, man.
we were looking forward to it for
I'll
sure.
be like, hey man, I want one of them AM General Lees. Wow, this is awesome. All right, only thing you need to change on this,
Okay.
you gotta weld the doors.
It's true. It's
Gotta
true.
weld the doors, man.
It's true.
And I want to see you do the Dukes of Hazzard hood slide.
I don't even know if I could get on top of this one. It's a little bit higher.
Awesome, dude. So where can people find your stuff? You got a website?
Yeah, we're Plan B Supply, so planbsupply.com, and you can come and check out. We sell our doors, our tops, our hatchbacks.
Yeah.
You can pick up a surplus Humvee from us or whatever you like.
Cool, man. Cool.
Okay.
Check them out. They got some cool stuff. So after you buy your General Lee or your AM General Lee, you got to come over here and get you a trailer to put behind it. These things are really cool.
Hey, I gotta thank you. Are you BattlBox?
I'm not BattlBox.
No.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm Brandon.
Well, I was going off the shirt.
This is Daniel.
So some guy from Texas was watching your show,
Yeah.
called me up this morning. He said, yeah, I saw him glimpse your trailers and I looked you guys up. And so now we've got a bid
Yeah, I
out
was walking
to
around
him
with my phone. Awesome,
yeah,
dude.
that's cool,
So where's
dude.
my trailer?
Yeah, right there. Take it. Take it. There you go.
Yeah. So tell us about what you got, man.
All right.
We really dig this stuff, man. We're kind of walking around and
Yeah.
going to show our followers and subscribers some cool stuff that couldn't be here. So
Yeah.
So what you got, man? Like, you
So
got different
we've got,
levels,
I mean, some people call them different things, right? It's the bug out trailer, it's a camping trailer, it's your overland off-road expedition trailer. What we've done is cargo space for us is kind of precious, right? I've got 6 kids and I'm usually lucky to get seat belts for all of them, let alone camping gear for a week. And so we kind of, that's where it started. And since then it's evolved into this really off-grid survival trailer, right? So you have the ability to either, on our big one, you have a 7-foot area in there that you could set up and sleep in there, or you have the rooftop tent option. You have water filtration, you have a water heater, 30-gallon water tank, solar with big batteries in it, and then also all the hookups, so if you wanted a generator or other stuff. Has a pull-out kitchen with a really nice stove and sink, and then one of the favorite features is also the shower.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yes, we're all tough and we can rough it, but
hygiene.
yeah,
It's good to be
It's
clean.
important.
I like to be clean. Walk us through one of
It's a
them.
morale booster. So yeah, man, I think it's great, and I'll tell you why. Because a couple of years back, me and my wife were like, we want to get a trailer or whatever, And I got looking around. And I saw like in Australia, this style of stuff's like huge, right? So I'm like, that's what I want. You can't find them in the U.S., dude, and it's here right now. So all you guys here in the U.S., check these guys out, because the people down there in Australia got it figured out.
Yeah.
Just the modularity of it, how everything works, is really cool. So
I'll walk you through
See
this
this
one.
one right
So
here?
this one has a little annex that drops down, covers, gives you an additional shelter, right?
Tapui tents on our website.
Yep.
BattlBox.com.
Awesome. Pull-out kitchen. The kitchen inside it also has, you have Camp Chef stove, so 17,000 BTU burners. This thing works.
Yeah,
Right? Even if you don't have the wind shelter or rain shelter, you don't have any problems cooking on that thing. The burners are recessed. You have your sink. You have additional storage right here that pulls out, you know, so you can have pots, pans, whatever, cooking stuff.
And your control center up top.
Control center here for all, you know, USB ports, your AC switches, resettable fuses, right? We don't believe in that. Go find AutoZone when you're out in the middle of Timbuktu.
Right.
This is where our solar charge controller is, so you can always gauge what your batteries are doing right now. And these are kind of the standard features. We do it custom, so anybody that wants a rig and has other ideas, man, we do that. We do it all in-house. We're right here in Utah.
Like a
Build
50
it all.
cal like mount for the top.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like
all right,
that.
man. I'll give you a call.
Like that. I'll show you some of our gun accessories. It's not quite the 50 cal level, but on the back side is where we have our solar panel usually set up. So this is the most popular mounting system that the customer likes, but we have all kinds of other options, and you can do more than just one solar panel. So if you have communication equipment, if you're a comms guy and you have some power that you need to generate, dude, just add some extra solar panels. I mean, they're coming to where they're so lightweight and thin now that it's really easy to increase the capacity. So the solar panel just deploys up. It also gives you access to your cargo area. This is a 7 feet deep. It's basically an RV queen size. So if you wanted to do mattress, it's a bifold mattress, so it folds up and then pushes against the back wall, so you have a ton of room for gear. This one has heating and air.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right?
Man.
Now, this one's sold, and this is a feature that the customer wanted, which we think is cool, but it's not necessarily quite the survival need, and no, it does not run off with the solar.
Okay.
That requires a generator.
Yeah.
But since they wanted heating and air, we thought, why not pump it into the tent? And so we have hose attachments that you can hook up and pipe right into the tent.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then on this side, you have side doors on all sides, but in here you have two different compartments, right? One we call our gun box and comm box. It's the same box, right? But you can put in it any gear you want, including guns. We make a bigger one if you have your 50 cal. But this is more for the tactical, right? ARs or hand concealed carries. But it's, pull apart so you can get your imprint of your weapon and have it in here. It's keyed separately from the rest of the trailer. And then always you can upgrade to the biometrics or anything that you want.
It's always upgrade.
Yep, always upgrades.
Always upgrade.
Now the other thing is comm box. The nice thing about this is you can put, like, we do a small laptop, a couple USB drives with different databases like how to medical, maps, how to agriculture, whatever. And then your communication equipment. And when that locks up, that's now a Faraday cage. And so it's protected from an EMP event.
How about that?
Wow, man.
So,
You've really thought this out.
We've had some good ideas that we've tried to plug into it.
I'm impressed.
This is our shower, right? So this actually, your shower curtain, shower deck would just go into the locker. And then when it's traveling, it folds in, quickly deploys, magnets. So that way you're not giving everybody a show when it gets windy. I mean, some of you might want to give everybody a show.
We did film a video of me in a bathtub recently. So.
That's right. And then you have, so there's your shower head up there, right? Hot and cold water. Has a,
It's 20 gallon, you said?
so 30-gallon water tank. The water heater's also an additional 6 gallons. So you get about a 10-minute scalding hot shower if you want.
That's plenty.
So yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, and then when we're going camping with the kids, we're doing like the army showers. Like,
Yeah.
all right, get wet. All right, turn it off. Soak down. All right, rinse off. Get out.
And that's a propane heater?
Has propane, water heater, or electric. So if you do have hookups, use their power instead of your propane, no problem. Or a generator, so you have those options. This is a connection point for our water filtration system. So you can hook up a hose to this, throw it into any creek, preferably, stream of some sort. It doesn't guarantee taste, but it'll make sure it's drinkable. It goes through a 0.5 micron carbon filter and then a UV chamber. So it'll kill any virus or bacteria in the water, so make sure it's safe.
Awesome, man.
And then if you have regular hookups right there, this is a hose that you can hook up. A lot of hunters like this because all across the unit we have these hitch points. there. So they have those little attachments that you can
and
quarter up.
gimbal up.
Yep, and dress down and then spray it off, throw it in the
cool,
back.
man.
Damn.
In our cargo areas, we have a big little hole in the back, that little yellow plug. Man, you could throw some bloody mess back in here and then just hose it out. You know, make sure that it gets clean.
Wow. Seems like you've thought of everything. Like
We've
Brandon
tried.
said.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't expect you to have this much feature. Like really, I mean,
don't
like I
think we're
said,
done yet.
I know we're not. And like I said, I've been looking at like the ones from Australia because really that's the only place I can find that has content to see them. They're not this.
We've put some thought.
This-
We've
I mean,
also
they're nice, but this
requested.
is
We've also requested
amazing.
a lot of input from the missus.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lot of this, the functionality, she knows the kitchen and the stuff
Right.
better than I do, and so when we put this design together, it was with a lot of input from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Of which we're grateful. So, and if you have more,
Absolutely.
keep it coming.
Yes, dear.
Now, this is our fire box. This is also the timeout box where you put naughty children when they're disobedient. There's a reason the shovel comes with the axe, so you can hide the evidence.
Right.
No, but this is where our propane tanks go. This isn't us. This is just a vendor dropped it off for us to test out. It's a little solar generator.
Right.
But then we have, right behind it is where our generator hookup would be, or if you had hookups, this is the water heater, AC outlet, just to give you points of access for power.
Right.
And then these are Vision X LEDs. A little shout out to them because they're pretty bad, eh? And then, I mean, they
I think I just got a suntan there for a second.
they telescope up. So just
Oh,
with
man,
a
that's
simple
cool.
pull of a pin, you can bring it down.
How about that?
Right? Locks into place for travel. This is fully adjustable. I'm trying not to blind everybody. And
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
LED lights, super efficient, obviously, and we have a huge battery pack. Just on the batteries without the solar panel, you could run these LED lights, all of them on the trailer for like 30 days. Wow. So it's
What's this trailer weigh?
So this trailer weight, and this is our biggest one, is 3,000 pounds with everything that we've shown.
Yeah.
So
Is this
very
kinda
doable.
Your cream of the crop
So-
unit here, or is this?
So this has probably become our best seller. I mean, this one's only been out for about 6 months. And then our Outpost, our mid-sized one, is about 2,400 pounds. And the only difference between that and this one is that it's about a foot shorter in the cargo area, so it's not really a sleeper area too much. And then it doesn't have the windows and it doesn't have a carbon monoxide detector. That's it. And then the Ghost, which is being debuted at the show today, is brand new. It's all aluminum. It's a lot smaller. It's designed to be hit by the either the extreme off-roader or even the road warrior, you know, the guy that has a car and not a truck.
Right.
One of these days he'll be clued in, but if that's you, we have an option for you. so it's all aluminum. It's only 1,500
So
pounds.
you can
Okay.
switch.
Yeah.
You can switch this around from a standard
Yeah.
2-inch ball to a pintle hitch. It looks like.
That's correct. Yeah.
Very cool.
A lot of
Which is a
times-
good feature, you know, because if you are off-roading, the pintle hitch is designed for almost 180 degree, maybe more,
Yeah.
270 degree movement.
That's
on your
correct.
vehicle, up, down, left, right.
And we do have on the option of an articulating hitch.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
max
what
coupler.
This is actually what I have on my adventure trailer.
And those are really nice if you are doing a little bit more of the extreme off-roading.
Yeah.
The problem I find with
The
this
off-camber
is as
stuff.
much as I like it, is it's really difficult to
little too far.
reconnect to your
Yeah.
vehicle.
Did you see the new improvement on them? So they have it flanged out now.
Really.
So
you can get
before it
close.
was like you had to be right on. Now
Yeah.
they have it flanged out. It does make it a little nice to sit. I know exactly what you're talking
Oh, the
about.
pain in the butt.
Because this is the one that we've been dragging around for a year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what kind of price points are we looking at
Okay.
for the different models that you have
Right,
here? at
so
least?
on this is our XT, the big one, and all these features as shown is about 25,000.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, we've
You're
tried to come
kidding
in really
me, man.
aggressive. How much was the Australia one? Do you remember? It was like 75.
Yeah, dude, it was
starting
like
price.
and then I found a company that was in the States. It was nowhere near as sophisticated as this, and they wanted like 32.
Yeah, starting price usually,
Dude, and
right?
it was the trailer and the Tabooey tent, and that was pretty much it. I mean, it really had a few
It
things,
had
but
a
it did
pull-out kitchen.
it
probably.
did not have all this. So
Well, one of the
25.
big advantages is that we manufacture mining equipment. We've been doing it for 30 years, so
Right.
we have a facility. All this is done in-house, from the powder coating to the laser cutting of the steel. We even have a robotic welder. So once we get the design nailed in, as long as it's not a custom feature. We can charge you more when you want that 50K or 50 caliber
of course,
rifle mount, but
what
when
else
it's a
would I
standard
want,
design, we can fire it up on that robot and zip them out quick.
What else would you? I mean, what else would you?
It's ready to go, man.
So what about?
So on the
about one of
Outpost, which is our mid-size unit, it's $21,299. Has all the same features other than a little bit shorter cargo area.
Right.
And then on the all aluminum, which is the Ghost over here. The Ghost, all aluminum build, it's $23,500. Aluminum's a little bit more expensive,
Right.
a little bit more expensive just to fabricate, period. But it does have a market for it. Some of those Jeeps aren't really geared to tow.
Right.
And so this one's only 1,500 pounds. You could go do some serious trails, but you can go set up a nice base camp and then go out and do the trails with the Jeep.
I mean, I'm blown away, dude. Like,
Thanks, man.
I think it's
Appreciate
freaking
it.
awesome. I just I've always kind of had like this. One of the coolest things I've seen once I started seeing the Australian style campers and I just it's like a transformer, man. It's so cool and
Traveling, it's that, right? I mean, minus the TV, though that would be a nice upgrade.
yeah, that would,
But it's just
I mean, that one has a
compact.
awning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very
Well,
cool.
all of them have rear stabilizers,
Yep.
right? They all have their own brakes.
Correct.
Attached
Trailer
to
brakes
the trailer by
and
itself.
a handbrake for parking.
So it's got its own parking brake. And they all come with, whichever style of Tapui tent you
Right,
want.
right. Or if you want to do 23.0 or CVT, to us, it's more of letting the customer
Right.
And
choose.
we love these. I mean, Brandon, you're a pretty big dude. Why don't you
Yeah.
show them how big these Tapui tents are while we're here? I mean, both Brandon and I both have them. It's amazing how much room is inside of them when you're actually up in it.
I mean, I can spread out completely, you know, and it's comfortable. So, yeah, it's I'm gonna be a bit.
You spend the night here, or are you going back to Georgia?
I finally got off my feet for the first time this weekend, so I'll be up here. So check those guys out. Tell them how to find you.
Well, we appreciate it. Shout out to BattlBox. We really appreciate you guys. We're at borderlandtrailers.com, and you can also follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, you name it. We'll be there.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button by clicking on my ugly mug right there. Yep, that circle right there with my face in it. Click on that. That's the subscribe button. Comment down below. Hit the like button. And don't forget to check out Man Stuff Podcast on iTunes. I'll put a link down below. And check out these videos. See you soon.